Hello everyone, Truckies, Danger Money, end of day 14. Very successful day. Since my last message, I've met about 350 guys and shaken their hands, and they've taken petitions and handed out 100 last night down at Chindera, and then another 200 today. And then I was up at Yatla for a couple of hours today, handing out another 100 or so there, which is very good. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's at my depot and it's sitting there on the notice board," and I'm like, "Well, get some signatures on it and get it back to me, because of course, when I leave home, I'm going to have a couple of good mates come and stay here and get the mail. So while I'm on the road, so you can keep account of it all, trustworthy guys. So, and then they can let me know the number of signatures when I get to Alice Springs, which will be good to know how many signatures I've got. And then met a couple of really good people. A fella here in town, I won't say his name, I'll put a photo of his truck up there. We had a good conversation for a while about a lot of things. Greg, he was a really good bloke. He was like me, he got brought old school, and that's why I come to you in black and white tonight, is we're going to go old school, and that's my sign of respect to you, Greg. Thank you, mate, and I agreed with everything that you said. You've got a lot of valid points for the transport industry, and hopefully, things will happen like that for everyone, of course, which is what we want. But of course, I'm only talking about my petition, and last night a guy showed me, he told me that he'd read my name and read my letter in Big Rigs, which was good, and that's the letter that I first sent to the Transport Workers Union. I think it was the day I launched the petition. I still haven't heard anything back from them, of course. And had a lot of interest from other groups, which is very good. And I'm trying to send people there, of course, to punch up the numbers, which I keep on saying, so we can get better represented. Because everyone just shouldn't sign my petition. They should also go and join another representative body, so that we have the power in the number, because I'm only trying to bury them in paper. And like, if I could get 2 B-doubles full of paper to Parliament House with 20 million signatures from around the world, I think I've got a pretty good case. But then again, it could get thrown out on a technicality, but the community wouldn't let that happen. And that's all the families keep coming up to me at the roadhouse and asking me for petitions, because their fathers and their uncles and their brothers have all been killed on the road, and they think it's a good idea to, because all the guys that I do meet, they are all heroes to them young boys in me photos, of course. They were out with Dad, they're just having a great old time, and they love being around the trucks. And the boys there today, they were picking up big lumps of concrete and showing me how strong they were. And, it's just really good that there is a younger generation out there coming of truckies. They've got to be trained the right way and supported so that they can be professional, because, it's all about how much you want to learn and be a good professional driver, and all that. All those factors come into it. But the one thing that we can do is give everyone danger money in recognition of how dangerous it is and the statistics of it. And because they are so brave, those men and women that do risk their life every day, all day and all night, on every road. And that's all I'm asking for in the award, that they be recognised with that, with the statistics. And of course, with a controversial petition like this, a lot of committees have to decide whether they're going to have my petition involved with their thing, because it is so controversial, and I wish not to bring any bad publicity to any organisation or place or event. And of course, if I was asked not to attend, I probably wouldn't, out of respect for the men and women that are lost that I'm doing this petition for. So thank you all the members. Almost punched through 1,100 members here on Truckies Danger Money today, which is very good. Of course, I was out late all last night, seeing all the fellas off south from Chinderah, and then today I was up there. The southbounders coming out of Yatala and the northbounders coming into Coomera, and they've all been talking about it, which is very good. And I haven't copped a bad rap from anyone. Had one fella, he didn't want to have a bar of it, but that's his decision, and he was still a top bloke. He was a champion to me, my hero. Being out there, he can walk away from me, that's alright. I still think that what he does is an awesome thing, and so does all the people watching this on their iPhone in the truck or on the laptop in the truck. It's just such a hard job, but I love to do it, and so do all the people out there, otherwise they wouldn't do it. But it's become so bad out there that it's time that this came into our reward system. Otherwise, you're going to lose all that experience and expect that number to go, peak through 40 to 1. And that's unacceptable to me as it is now. So we have to look after the men and women in the transport industry first by putting danger money in their reward. And so from my family to all the families out there, thank you. End of day 14. My big shout out goes to Paul Tipping. Back in the old days, in the black and white days, when I was only 16, he spent 4 hours teaching me how to use a 20-speed Spice, a gearbox. And he had a lot of time for me as a kid, and he taught me how to drive it right. And that just goes to show, because his family, he's cousins with Grant, of course, and also Paul's wife, Bernadette. She's a lovely lady and looked after me when I was a kid as well. She's very well known. She's a professional in her field, of course. And I believe Paul's running the fuel division down there in McGuinness Holdings there in Dubbo. I think they do a lot. I think he's there. Of course, everyone knows he had that beautiful green and white Peterbilt for McGuinness. And, of course, it was the worst kept secret in Australia that it was coming out, because everyone knew about it. And that's how popular Paul Tipping is in the transport industry. And he was one of my teachers. So, g'day, Paul. You get the shout out, mate. You're a top bloke. And, all my love from my family to yours, of course. So that's it for day 14. We'll crack into day 15. I'm going to go hard on the printer and get another 300-400 out. If they do come back, there's another 4,000 signatures, which is very good. And keep it safe out there.